And we're going live now. Good morning, Neely.
Good morning, Donna. I'm going to go off screen and finish my breakfast.
Okay.
Here's to Cheerios. I'm with you.
She's back.
Well, the circumambulation yesterday was wonderful. I really enjoyed it.
Good, good. Yeah, I had a good time with that too. That was really, it's different. I liked it.
And the weather was perfect for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Lamola.
Donna, will you give some thought to maybe moving the circumambulations back to 11:30 as it gets cooler and the mornings are brisk?
Well, I think it's better if we stay at one place. It was at 11 before. It wasn't
Or
at
11. I meant 11.
Yeah,
Yeah, I meant
yeah.
11.
And actually, and you know, having it earlier in the morning also kind of helps some people, you know, who have other things to do with their Saturdays.
Yep.
So we'll see if it gets really cold in the winter. It certainly wasn't cold enough to worry about that yesterday. So we'll see how it goes.
And Geshe-la is here.
Oh, Geshe-la's here. Good morning, Geshe-la. Thank you, Lama.
Someone have a seat. Yeah, good morning, Ramula. Good morning. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Domasi. Good morning, Neely. Good morning, William. And good morning, Venerable Tintelhamu. Good morning, Carolina. Good morning, Anthony. Anybody watching on YouTube, good morning.
How's she doing? Gisela?
What is it? Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Arlene. Yeah. I'm going to begin with a prayer.
Start with Shakyamuni Buddhist mantra 3 times.
Oh.
Teyata Monem mune mune Mahamunaye soha Jayata mune mune Mahamunaye soha. The next in mantra. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the three poisons, I prostrate to medicine Buddha, lapis light. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Teyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Teyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Now the four measurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now the verse and praise and mantra for Chenrezig, the Buddha of Great Compassion.
So please remember, like Orion. Then also remember Sandy. Sandy is like aunt. Also Sandy is their cat. John is Sandy's cat. So then all the people like or animal who lost their life within that period. So remember them while you're reciting the Mani Mantra, okay, and dedicate it for them, their well-being. Maybe we can chant like before, like 3 times. So then all the problem that's caused by arrogant or pride, completely purify after the first 3 recitation of the Mani Mantra. then all the problems, the complication problems, pain that causes by arrogance and pride completely purify, then your life, become completely free from
professional organizer, and she finds that sometimes people in the civilian world are about her past life.
Maybe somebody's trying to explain in the meditations. So then it seems like that each time, like the end of the recitations, then your life become freedom from like pride. So then that's the best way to. Is the best way to best way to generate healthy mind, which is critical for part of the happy life. Okay, so then do the same thing. Okay.
So let's first read the verse of praise. Not failed by any fault, white in color. That a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chen Raisik, all sing one, I prostrate.
So then light emitted from His Holiness the Dalai Lama or Chen Raisik. So or His Holiness Dalai Lama, one with Chen Raisik. So you can visualize the light emitted from His Holiness body. So then completely purify. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So then the second one, please also visualize the light and continuously emitted from His Holiness or Chen, whatever is like suitable for your mind, light emitted. So then completely purify all the complication, pain, problem that causes by jealousy, completely purify. So then the end. So then your life, your body is filled with that light or light, hollow light or nectar, completely filled, then you are completely purified, that then your life becomes freedom from jealousy.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So now the third recitations, continuously light emitted or hollow light emitted from His Holiness body or Chenrez's body. So the nectar follow through that hollow light that completely fill up your body. So then completely purify that doubt, negative doubt. There's some doubt in the practice, doubt in within yourself. There's all kind of doubt. So it is become the obstacle you to succeed in the spiritual field. You to succeed not just in the spiritual field, also in the mundane field. Not having a faith that you can do, or maybe you are not good enough. That list goes on and on like that. All the doubt, negative doubt, completely purify. Your body filled with the nectar, the negative doubt, all this doubt completely purify because it creates so much obstacles. So much obstacles in individual level, the community level, the family level, global level. There's so much obstacles you to succeed. Then your life become free from doubt, free of doubt. Okay.
Om Mani
So now, second recitations, or third, fourth. Ignorance, ignorance. Continuously light emitted from his own body or Chinese body. And like your body fill up with this light and naturalness. Then your life, all the problems associated with the ignorance are basically not knowing the fact or reality. Just we get stuck into appearances and been strongly believing in that appearances, particularly negative one. So then it obscures us to see the reality. So that's called ignorance. So any problem that related to the ignorance that completely purify the body filled with nectar and the light, then ignorance completely purifies. The specific ignorance, not knowing what is the root cause of all these problems, root cause of all the problems, not knowing that, and not knowing the antidote to eradicate the root of samsara, not knowing that, so and completely purify, so then your life becomes freedom from the ignorance, okay, fundamental ignorance, which is the root of the samsara, or another way to say is all the problems, all the complications that we face as part of our face not being free from samsara. Okay? So number 5, the recitation number 5, same light emitted, hollow light emitted, and the body filled with nectars. Purify all the complication, problem, pain caused by clinging so tightly on something, whether it is your idea, your opinion, your life, your possession, your name, your positions, your culture, your way of life, your tradition, like anything, completely purified, then your life become like a freedom from, I say, clinging so tightly on something that you have very little control on.
Om Mani
The last one, so then all the problems, complications, pain caused by hatred or anger, resentment, aversions, towards yourself, towards other people, culture, the way of life, tradition, religions, all of that, opinions. there are so many negative things rise. If you harbor the hatred, anger, or resentment, aversions, it's not good for your. It's not good for your freedoms. Freedom from like sufferings. So nectar continues to flow through the hollow light, immediately from the changes in body, his or his body, fill up your body. So they completely purify that together with all the problem caused by that, and your life becomes freedom from anger. Oh, that's the best. That's the best gift you can ever give to yourself, freedom from anger. Oh. Oh, man, very good. So there's a simple meditation you can do based on the money mantra. If you can do as a, yeah, if you can do a big meditation, you can do a small meditation based on money mantra. It's very easy to learn and easy to say. So then at the end, then you need to think about your lives, because you kind of liberate your life from this 6 unhealthy mental attitude which cause you so much problems. So that is your moral responsibility to at least help yourself to liberate, basically liberate, or give some level of freedom from those negative minds, set up your own happiness or on your liberations. So there's something that you can do every day. So lately I said, meditation, spiritual practice is not different than helping yourself. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Whenever you're trying to do spiritual meditation, mantra recitation, it's like helping yourself, that's all. It's not, or spiritual practice is kind of separate from your life. No, it's like helping yourself, that's all. That's all. So then this is the best chance you got. This is the best chance that we got to help or liberate ourselves. This is the best chance. This is the best chance. This chance may come very often, so it's better to use it wisely as possible. So then your life is fully equipped with that. So you don't need anything else. The life that you already have is fully equipped equipped to liberate yourself. You don't need anything extra. So this life is more than enough. So this life is fully equipped to help yourself or to generate the best form of healthy mind through eliminating negative mind, through some form of meditations. That's how it's been done. That's how it needs to be done now. That's the only way to do in the future. There's no another alternative. There's no another option. Okay, so then please continue Tara mantra. So then please also think about Orion and his families, Sandy Clauson's like lost her aunt, and top of that now lost their cat. So then sometimes you feel become like overwhelmed, losing loved one after another one. It's not that easy. So need community support. So we pray. Okay.
Tare liberates from cyclic existence Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
Please, all my friends, develop positive motivations. That's what is all this saying the refuge and bodhicitta prayer is to develop. Whether you say it, no, whether you're able to, whether you can say or not, the idea is to develop positive thought. The best form of positive thought is altruistic motivations, altruistic attitude. That's the best. Okay, bodhicitta. Sanje choda soje chonam la chanjo pardon dane chabzunje dage chushi chibe sonamji dola penje sanje rubara sho Sanje choda soje chonam la chanjo pardon dane chabzunje dage chushi chibe sonamji dola penje sanje rubara sho Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo pado dane chabdo dage cheshe jibe sonam je dola peje sanje ro mara sho Hada la me na me aje oboda jaji la so chuje chola chawa chaba na sanje sonda rabdo je Didashine tambe chune dishi namla ke namu da dishi tibunda da mi ke namu roa kunje lama cheza ma tamje ke do da chede kange tuze ne so ne tawa tamje bambe ja tambe chune de ko dam jana chause oya Good morning, Honorable Tudin Ching. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, John, CJ. Good Tashidelek, Alexandra.
Eshla, it's good evening here.
Oh, good evening. Good morning, Dr. Watkin. Good morning, Elise. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Chetan. Good morning, Panditji. Pati. Chetan means Alexandra. Good morning, Alexandra. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Fernando, Marcelo, Thousand Miles, Patagonia. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Meredith. Good morning, Lee. Good morning, David. Good morning, Tom. So any questions, Tomasi?
Yeah, so there's a question from last week.
Okay.
What practices do you recommend for extending your lifespan? I use the practice that is part of the long white Tara sadhana with Lord Amitayus, which I do 3 or 4 times a month.
You mean like American version of long life practice or the Buddhism version of long life practice?
Actually, it's the life one from the long white Tara practice. I've done 2 retreats on that so far. I had teachings from a Canadian center as well.
Oh, very good. So sometimes I jokingly said, long life prayer Western version of long life prayer is to go around the lake, like 4 or 5 miles a day. So White Tara, Kevin, the White Tara practice is commonly done for to lifespan is the called ripening result of the throwing karma. So you're probably aware, so Penjigile, so the karma that kind of throws like then the karma that kind of like accomplish. There's 2 types of, when you look at the Lamrim section of teaching on the karma, there are many things listed. So lifespan is called Namigitebu, means like ripening result. So then the result that's similar to the cause. Then there's a result that commonly shared in the community, in the society, in the country, in the in the globe. That looks like 3 types of result has been mentioned. So lifespan is ripening result for the sake of knowledge. So then what we call like untimely death, people do die way before their lifespan is exhausted.
Like a car accident.
Yeah, it's called untimely death, caused by many different things. So what happened, like there are like obstacles, many obstacles. So doing White Tara practice, reciting Amitayu's mantra, there's like 3 types of deity that associate with lifespan. White Tara is one of them, Amitayu is one of them, Namjalma, there's another deity called Namjalma. So you typically see these 3 deities in the painting or like tanka, like scrolling, how is it scrolling? Painting. There's 3 types of long life deities. So White Tara, Namjalma, so Tsepame, Amitayu. So then you recite the mantra, or in like Sungdu, there's like 700-page long textbook. Sungdu, there's like in there, there's like all kind of, there's like probably 100,000 different types of mantras been put it together. There's like long life sutras. So then Amitayu mantra is listed there. So long life sutra maybe like 5-6 page. The sutra is long, 5-6 page long. So when you recite that every day, so in that sutra, when you read the sutra, then in sutra it's clearly stated. So reciting Amitayu's mantras. So then, if you look at very closely from the karma point of view, lifespan cannot be shortened or extended. It's like it is what it is, like that throwing karma. It is through like, but people do live on, even though their lives been exhausted, they could live on the merit maybe many years. Even their lives been exhausted, they could live on the merit. So many years that how you know then in like sometimes reading individual chart, sometimes it appears in the chart. So anyway, so so that's what is to removing the obstacles. White Tara, Namjalma, Amitayus, all of that, for long life. So then, of course, exercise kind of did mention, but mention particularly when you do retreat, long retreat, that you are supposed to walk within your environment, like you kind of like, say like, you put some kind of like 4 corner up, wherever you are doing the retreat, you put 4 corner, or you physically put, or you kind of visualize, this is the boundary that you can walk, you're not allowed to go outside. There's kind of boundary you set it up. So even in the instruction in the retreat, it kind of says that you need to move around, because sitting too long, maybe there's kind of exercise. Physical movement is part of the retreat, is mentioned there. So then I think physical activity do probably help to also remove the obstacle, not just sit down there and recite the mantra, physical activity. But in the Western world, you are very good at that. So I have nothing to say because I don't go outside that much. So I'm not qualified to say, but I'm here at home most of the time. So I think, Western has more thing to contribute for physical activities. It's, I think, needed in order to keep your life, remove obstacles from your life too. Okay, Tine, what else?
Geshe, I was going to say I did the 100,000 Vajrasattva mantras over 4 weeks in 2004 and kept within the Buddhist center I was living in.
Oh, very good.
Mhm.
Wonderful. What do you say? What do you say?
Vajrasattva
Oh,
mantra.
Vajrasattva. Oh,
Mm.
that's mainly to purify. To purify. I would say, like I think it's not very good. To feel bad something you. Of course, no, in samsara, no life is perfect. Samsara, there's it's not your issue. It's like broader issue. It's not just, don't think that you are the only one who's going to. No, everybody else. Till you liberate, there's a general complication. As simply being as a human, there are general complications that humans go through. Every human, not just you. So there's general complications of samsara that everybody that's part of samsara going through that. It's not just you. So just having a knowledge, having a knowledge about that helps. It helps. Then it doesn't become like shock when it happens. You are fully aware. It's going to happen. It's part of that. If you really don't like that, but then you need to liberate yourself. You need to liberate. You need to work for your own liberations. As I said, this life is fully equipped with that. You could liberate. You can work for your liberations. There's something you can do, but not the general complications. So it's good to be aware, good to be aware and remind yourself on a daily basis whether you are doing meditation on Lamrim meditation, reviewing Lamrim, analyzing Lamrim, concentrating on Lamrim topic. So there's something that we can do every day to remind ourselves. And when it happens, and it's not big shock, that you're kind of aware. You're kind of aware, okay? So then Vajrasattva, why Vajrasattva? Of course,
I'd had the empowerment 3 months before.
Oh, very
Oh,
good. It's better. So that, the question is, what do you do when you feel bad? What do you do? You could say, you can drink. That probably helps temporarily. There's a lot of side effects. Next day, you probably throw up.
For me, Geshe, it became easier to manage my bipolar after the. Became easier to manage my bipolar. I'm bipolar, but I don't take any medication. But after the retreat, it was much easier to keep myself well.
That's wonderful news. It will definitely help. Okay, so then, what else?
No more questions right now, Geshe-la?
So then I'm not sure what I've been saying, like, Jimba Tsutum Soba. So last time that I'll be talking about the 6 perfections. Somebody asked a question of 6 perfections.
Geshe-la, last time we talked about karma,
mm,
the types of karma,
mm,
and letting go, not holding on to your consciousness about death, and meditating on the low realms. And you talked a little bit about the death dissolution process.
mm. Probably reach to the point they have nothing to say. Finally reach to the point, nothing to say. Mm. So I think death dissolutions, that somebody asked question about illusory body. That's why I've been said a little bit, like not very intensely, but I mentioned a little bit, you know. So so then somebody asked question about karma, so then I mentioned to read Lamrim sections. I did mention some of the division of the karma. So now, all of us, you know, we need. Some of you been around now a long time, so in that case, now it's time to implement, integrate whatever you learn. Time to integrate. You know, it's not just learn. Time to integrate. So then, if you are not being around too long, so it's time to continuously learn, study. Much as possible, study, learn. So then very purpose of learning Buddhism is to analyze, So very purpose of analyzing is to integrate into your life because we don't have much defense against negative thought. Negative thoughts are very sophisticated. So we have to develop like a defense against that negative thought. So only way you can develop that is to integrate whatever you learn, integrate in your day-to-day life. And meditate. Meditate means think about the antidote. So then when the event occur, you are well prepared. Otherwise, as I said, like so much being generated through these five senses: seeing, smelling, thinking. There's so many things. Then out of that, many things. That are negative things. Here somebody talking about politics. Here somebody talking about something. There's something you don't like. There's something that so like say that judging, we judge based on our judgment. We judge based on our judgment. Your judgment may not be 100% right. We perceive things based on our perceptions. We perceive things based on our perceptions. So therefore, it's kind of that's how the life becomes complicated. We don't analyze our judgment. We don't analyze our perceptions. So perceiving based on your perceptions, judging based on your judgment. So then, life becomes kind of like complicated. So every day, what meditation means like, review, analyze, so then the implement. So that's how the Lama Tsongkhapa life story sums up. In the beginning, learn, in the middle, analyze, and the end, put into practice, integrate in your day-to-day life. So then, every day, as I said, otherwise, I wish that I could do practice for you. I have a lot of time, but that's not how it's going to work, So that each and every one of us has a moral responsibility. So then I've been saying that Lamrim is the best. Lamrim, it lay out precisely, step by step, for your freedom, for your freedom. If you're thinking about freedom, your freedom, temporary, ultimate, temporary means, yesterday you are very angry, so doesn't mean you have to get angry today. Today you can be, maybe you can be free of anger today, So that's I usually call temporary freedom. One day freedom from anger, one day freedom from jealousy, one day freedom from, then 1 minute, 1 hour, 5 minutes freedom from anger by thinking the downside of anger or like that. Every day provides opportunities for all of us. So whether we take that opportunity to use it wisely or not is all depend on us. Every day we all have opportunity. Every day we all have opportunities. Whether we take that opportunity seriously or not, that's up to us. How to prioritize. Or maybe working for healthy mind is big part of the life, because healthy mind is needed, very much needed in order to live your life well. Living life well, the healthy mind is a big part of that, and your life is fully equipped with that, how to develop healthy mind. Every day it provides us opportunity to do that. So whether we use that opportunity or take this opportunity seriously or not, that's up to us. So life complication is not going to just solve by listening. That's good, but that's not good enough. So need to analyze or then integrate. That's how, just listening is not going to, it's a good thing, but it's not, that further step needs to be taken. Further step you need to take, further step, you need to analyze. Maybe just mumbling word, probably that's good, but that's not good enough. So that need to make sure qualities, not the quantity, the qualities. I myself trying very hard, and you can do the same thing. Make sure that you are there physically, mentally, verbally, even if it's just 5 minutes. Make sure you are there physically, mentally, verbally, not just physically, verbally, mentally. Walking in the flea market, looking at what doesn't really help, because you are physically here, but you are mentally in Costco, in the Whole Food. Then it doesn't help, So make sure that whatever the length of your practice, make sure that you are there. Otherwise, start to do so. You have experience probably. I experienced it many times. Doing something, all of a sudden wondering what happened here? There's some small crack. Why did it happen? Then mind can't carry out. You are physically here, mumbling, mouth is moving, but the mind is busy with fixing. When maybe should I call or David or maybe somebody else to help? And then mind carry out. So then eventually you will caught up. You will caught up. Eventually, then after 5 minutes, you catch up yourself. That you are occupied. Your mind is occupied with that small things. So then the practice that you are doing become weak. weak. But you are doing practice, but it's not really strong. It's weak because you are not there physically, mentally, verbally there. So that's why you wonder why I don't feel anything. Yeah, because it's hard to feel something because you are not there, 100% there. You are just physically, mouth moving, you're physically there, your mind is long gone. So that's very important, even the Shanti Deva mentioned, because the Shanti Deva, also Master Shanti Deva mentioned, Deje Tane, Katupkun, Deje Tane, Katupkun, Deje recitations, Deje, Katup, probably sitting down, meditate, physically meditation, going through some kind of physical pain. Mind is wandering, fixing things in the kitchen, going into the refrigerator, going into the garage, going back into the backyard, looking around the garden, all kinds of things. That's exactly what it means. You are doing things, the mind is not there. You are doing things, mind is not there. And then that practice it's hard to feel something. It's hard to feel something. So that from now on, if you wonder why you don't feel anything, that's why. That's why you don't feel anything. Sometimes why you feel something, at that moment you are there physically, mentally, verbally, 100% there. That's why you feel something. So that feeling can be extended over a period of time, can be extended. Good 5 minutes, good 10 minutes, good 15 minutes, good 20 minutes, you are there, 100% there. So then you feel something, So then you can feel like amazed, you feel like fortunate, you feel like accomplishing something, then that kind of generates some kind of joy every day in your heart. So one thing is very important, practice in helping yourself is not different, it's the same thing, same thing. When you're doing practice, you're helping yourself. That's what you should think, that I'm helping myself. That's all you should think, Or helping limitless number of beings, that's kind of overwhelmed. At least helping yourself. That's what is small scope, middle scope in the Lamrim is all about how to help yourself. Someone never even dreamed about helping yourself. How you can help others is impossible. Because you are not aware of your situations, and because of lack of knowledge about the samsara as a whole, then what do? You being harsh, critical, look down on yourself, blame yourself for every single mistake. Then that's not how you go up. Yeah, there are certain things that just happen, just being dissatisfactions. It's not just your problem, it's a problem as a samsara as a whole. That's the part of the samsaric problem, dissatisfactions. No guarantee. It's not your problems, no guarantee. That's the very beginning, very first samsaric complication is no guarantee. There's no guarantee. You may think, if I do this, my happiness will be guaranteed. Mistake, ignorance. Mistake, ignorance. Sorry to say, that's what it is, mistake. Joy, maybe some level of joy, but that even not guaranteed. Don't get disappointed if that happiness or joy is not guaranteed. Don't get disappointed. That's the nature of samsara. If you get some joy, enjoy, wish that joy for everyone else, that your joy will, there's possibility that joy could increase. rather than just enjoying with selfish mind. Immediately wish that level of joy for everyone else. Share mentally, not physically, mentally share. Yeah. That's the very beginning of samsaric complication. No guarantee. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. But we have ideas. Dissatisfaction. Second one, dissatisfaction. Second part of complications. There's no guarantee that you will achieve satisfaction. Doesn't mean you should not do. You can do, but at the same time you have to be aware. Satisfaction is not guaranteed. May happen, may not happen. Being together doesn't guarantee 100% satisfactions. Separating doesn't guarantee satisfactions. It's been proved. There's many living examples. Teaching, Lamrim teaching is said very clearly, but there's many living examples. Doing this or getting satisfactions, no, there's many living examples. Or maybe having a lot of money, there's living examples. Or having a big house, there's living examples, doesn't guarantee. Not having anything, there's example in Dharamsala mountains. People that live in the cave have nothing. Dissatisfactions, no dissatisfactions, satisfactions. So this is all, so that's just good to know, just to be aware. Then small things happen there. For you, it doesn't bother your mind because you already know the bigger pictures. These are the small pictures. You are already aware of the bigger pictures. So then your whole aim is for ultimate freedom. So this small thing here, small thing there, no, doesn't matter. So that include aging, sicknesses, death. This is small things. You are looking for the bigger pictures. These things, these things will happen. So it kind of gives you, like immense benefit, even mentally, immense benefit, just being aware every day, being aware, saying what, reminding yourself, kind of brings you, makes your day precious, very precious. It is already precious, but the problem is not, we are not aware. It's precious, it's already precious. Your life is already precious because we are not aware. We are not aware. We are not taught. We are not taught. We are not aware. Now you are slowly learning. So the more you focus on the opportunity every day provide, then you eventually realize, there's so much you can do. So healthy mind is all about spiritual practice, all about how to develop healthy mind. Because as I said, why? Because this is the defense against negative thought. They are very sophisticated. It doesn't come all the time. It comes in, it's feeling like it comes on, it rises right on the time. It's not, no. It seems like it's right time, but there's no right time. It's not right time. Because you are not aware. You are not aware. That's why it comes, that's why it's called sophisticated, the way it rises. Anger doesn't rise if everybody enjoying the cheesecake, having a nice time. Anger doesn't rise. That's why it's sophisticated. It only rises when something goes wrong, something gets between your desire. So that's how anger rises. That's why it's called sophisticated. It waits for the right moment. I'm not sure you could call it right moment. It occurs according to the situations. It doesn't occur all the time. It occurs according to situations. At that moment, if you're aware of Lamrim teachings, if you're aware about practice they've done this morning, then you are protected. You are protected. Otherwise, so then, second, Previous second, everybody enjoying. Next second, all environment turned into toxic. Finish. Like that. Happen. Probably happened to you, happened to me, happened. That's like indicate. No, there's no guarantee. No guarantee. Okay, so very important for all of us to remind. You don't have to sit down like this, like meditation positions. If analytical measure, you can just drinking cup of tea, enjoying in your backyard. Your mind is thinking. So then good time can be extended. Okay, so that's why daily practice is all about. It's not just, don't think practice means always like saying something, because so why then your question, you may have question, why then there's like all this recitation, mantra recitation, all this prayer, all this that. Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. You can't just think good. You need help how to think positive. So that's why Lamrim is there. That's all the practice that you do, that you will be succeed in thinking something positive, heavily relying on Guide to Buddhist way of life, mantra recitations, or like Lamrim meditations. You are very much hoping to improve that, So that's why if somebody asks, Gishila, what do? I usually say, same old. I just do the same thing again. I'm not like every day doing something new. I'm doing the same thing again. Last 20 years, coming here, same thing. Then slowly adding up a little bit. Yeah, so then trying to remember what Shanti Deva said, to make sure be there physically, mentally, verbally there, trying to remember that. And like when I'm doing like Dandel Hajama practice, then I'm constantly reminding myself what Lama Tsongkhapa said, reciting Lama Tsongkhapa mantra, then I try to repeat, because right now heavily rely on the word. Repeat the word and reminding myself the meaning of the word, and I feel good. I feel amazed. I feel amazed like so that's why Shanti Deva is 100%, Master Shanti Deva is 100% right. When you do practice, 100% be there physically, mentally, verbally, you feel something. You do feel something. So that feeling, as I said, can be extended, but I cannot do for you. Unfortunately, I cannot do for you. You cannot do for me. So each and every one of us, we are all, if I can do, you can do. Why not? There's no reason. So that's called, daily practice, because negative mind never take break. Are you aware? They seek every opportunities. Yeah, learning all the practices, but doing that, even just like 5 good minutes, just focusing on Mani Mantra helps you, tremendously helps you. Doesn't have to be complex. If you can do complex one, that's good news. That's very good news. But don't just do nothing because you can't do an intensive one, then do nothing. That's not good. Maybe do something. Some kind of joy. All my friends, some kind of joy that this life is fully equipped. Some kind of joy. Please do every day, some kind of, even just one drop of joy. It's important. It's important. One drop of joy is important. Oh. Yeah, so this is, I said this many times, and I have nothing new to say. I've said this many times. This is the only chance maybe we got. This is the best chance we got. If you want to improve, your life, you improve with healthy mind. Slowly, more and more healthy mind, more small glass breaks in the kitchen. Somebody comes, some kid comes, knocks down the glass. Doesn't hurt much. It used to hurt so much. Now that happens. That happens. Not you are not clinging so tightly. You're aware. Things breaks down. And now. When you break, is there difference? When you break the glass and when someone else break glass, is there difference? I mean, feeling-wise, is there difference? Why was that? Why was that? Analyze, why was that? Same object broke, this glass broke. Either you broke, somebody else broke. Perceptions. Same object you're clinging on, that you break, somebody else break. Why that's different? Why? Why that's different? Your mistake, same mistake, verbal mistake, your mistake, other people's mistake, difference. Why? Cause pain. Somebody else do cause pain. You do. That's, you understand what I'm trying to say? You're leaving light on. You're leaving, you forget to turn off the light. That's not that big deal. Somebody else forget to turn off the light, that's quite a big deal. Like that, this is all mental game. This is all mental game. Same thing. So it's much better to focus on your mind, how to fix that mind. That's why Shanti Deva said, if you can manage to destroy the anger, you destroy all the enemies. If you manage to control your anger, it is like, because the unruly beings are everywhere. You can't eliminate them one by one. It's impossible. It's impossible. If you manage to control that unruly mind, that anger is equivalent of as controlling all unruly beings. You remember that statement Shanti Deva said? Land filled with thorn. You have two options. Walk on that thorn without hurting yourself. You can try to find enough material that covers whole field, then you can walk on, your feet is not going to hurt. Or you can just buy a shoes. Which one's most easier? Oh, they're like that. As I said, every problem has answer. It's not like, oh, there's no answer. Every problem, there's answer. But the question is whether we implement or not. If every problem, there's no answer. It's only given step by step. In Lamrim teaching, in the Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, giving. And the 8 was the thought transformations. If somebody criticizes you, what kind of mindset you should have in order to protect yourself, 8 was the thought transformation mentioned very clearly. Now the question is, do we implement that? No, we don't implement. Yeah, there's like all the defense mechanism is clearly mentioned in many teachings. If somebody criticizes you, you can defend yourself. You protect your peace of mind. All the answers there. Now the question is, do we implement? No. Oh. So that's why learning, first stage is learning. If you don't learn, nothing to practice. You learn, then whatever you learn, then you think again, then you integrate, implement in your life. Okay, somebody else exactly like you did it. Somebody's doing that. Somebody else already did it. So now, what time is now? Oh, sorry again, 7 minutes over. So next Wednesday, no, next Sunday, okay? So then, like whoever is like managing here, I think it's very important to encourage people, whatever question that you have regarding the Buddhist practice, I think I could answer. I spent 30 plus years in monastery studying all of that. So this is the opportunity for you to ask questions. If you are shy, asking face to face, you can send it to Donasi. So maybe somebody else encourage people to ask. Maybe that's the best way to best thing for the class on Sunday. Dharma class is the best. You ask whatever questions according to your practice that you're doing, practice that you're learning, and practice that you heard. Or so whatever questions you can send it to Donasi, or maybe Donasi can, like before when we meet the center, somebody else always remind. Otherwise, basing on one materials, there's like some of the texts are very short, some of the texts like 100 page long. So then every Sunday you say, oh, lamrim, then you get bored. So here, I don't blame you, here in the West, everything, something new. Yeah. When you read the Guide to Buddhist Way, it's clearly said, Shanti Deva says, I have nothing new to offer. I'm just repeating whatever has been said. Same idea, okay? Oh yeah. So we'll stop here. So next time, please, Domasi, need to remind me the time. Oh yeah, thank you very much. So, and you, all of you, have wonderful Sunday. Hopefully see you next Sunday.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
We start with the dedication verses from Master Shanti Deva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now the long life prayers, first for His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig, Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. And the one for Sarah J. Khyentse Rinpoche Jetsun Losang Dao. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And then the one for Lama Tsongpa Rinpoche, you who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And of course, 7 Tara mantras for Geshe-la and Geshe Sangpo's long, happy, healthy lives. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. So have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you, Alexandra Children, for translating. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Linda.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Namo.
Gracias, Gisela. Gracias, Alejandra.